The air feels wrong. My first breath catches. Ahead, an alien sea glows beneath a violet sky. The portal shuts behind us, leaving us on a ledge of polished midnight. Atmospheric composition is erratic, Leela warns, tapping her console. She stumbles as the ground tremors. I reach out, steadying her against the cliff face. A low, rhythmic thrum vibrates through my boots, a sound that feels less like geology and more like a heartbeat. I scan the horizon. The landscape isn't just landscape, it's watching. I adjust my goggles, trying to filter the visual noise. Leela, calibrate for density, I command, my voice steadying. We aren't here to observe, we're here to hunt. She frowns, pointing at a patch of shimmering air. Abe, look, that vapor. It's moving against the wind. I take a breath, feeling the cold weight of the atmosphere. That's it. That's the source. I pull a sample vial from my pack, stepping closer to the edge. The hunt for the scent of optimism begins now. This environment is hostile, but I've faced worse. We move forward, and I won't let these cliffs dictate our survival. The air ripples, and for a second, I see the path forward. It's time to move. I step onto the obsidian path. The air is thick, like breathing liquid glass. I exhale, and instead of dissipating, my breath coalesces into a luminous blue cloud. It hangs there, pulsing in rhythm with the cliffs. Abe, stay back, Leela whispers, checking her sensor. That's not gas. That's a localized energy signature. I ignore the warning, reaching out to touch the orb. It avoids my fingers, drifting just out of reach. I lean in, tracking its movement. When I faint left, the cloud mirrors me. It's intelligent. It's not just responding to the wind, Leela, I say, my voice dropping to a low hum. It's responding to me. I pivot, dodging a sudden spike of pressure as the vapor expands. I scramble to the side, my boots slipping on the slick rock, nearly losing my balance over the abyss. I catch the ledge with one hand, pulling myself up. My heart hammers against my ribs. It's territorial, I realize, standing back up. I watch the glowing orb, now hovering a few feet away, waiting. It's not just a puzzle, it's a predator. I tighten my grip on my gear, my resolve hardening. I will catch it. The air carries a metallic ozone tang. I watch a small, six-legged arthropod scuttle across the obsidian, its shell clicking against the stone. It approaches a pearl-like cluster of vapor. "Don't touch it!" I shout, but it's too late. The creature brushes the mist. In a heartbeat, its exoskeleton fizzes. It emits a high-pitched, desperate whine as its leg dissolves into bubbling residue. I don't hesitate. I dive forward, catching the creature with my net and flicking it away from the cloud. "Abe, the acidity levels!" Leela cries, her console screaming. I look at my boot. The tip has already started to erode, black flakes falling away. I jump back, putting distance between us and the cluster. The creature limps into the shadows, gone. "It's not just a gas," I mutter, staring at the dissipating vapor. "It's a chemical defense." My pulse races. The stakes have shifted. I'm not just harvesting. I'm dodging a hazard that could melt my gear or my hands. I glance at Leela. She's pale, but she's already scanning for a safer route. We keep moving, but the air now feels like a weapon. I press myself against a craggy outcropping, the wind scraping at my lungs. Above, swarms of iridescent, moth-like creatures weave through the air. They don't fly linearly. They stutter. They pause, accelerate, and pause again in perfect sync. "Look at the flight patterns," I point out. Leela observes. "They're anticipating density shifts." Exactly. I watch a creature bypass a lethal pocket of vapor by timing its movement to the pulse. It's a rhythmic, predatory dance. Abe? The equipment can't track this, Leela says, frustration creeping into her voice. It's too fast. Then we stop using the equipment, I decide, tucking my gear away. We observe. I shut my eyes, listening to the thrum of the cliffs. The air expands and contracts. I feel it, a faint, steady vibration against my skin. Ozone. That's the key. It's not just gas, it's a pulse. If I can match that rhythm, I can navigate the swarm without being caught. Leela, follow my lead, I instruct, opening my eyes. We don't fight the air, we match it. I take a slow, rhythmic breath, timing my first step to the cliff's heartbeat. I lift the obsidian steel sieve. My movement's fluid. I don't strike. I reach. As I push the mesh forward, I feel a tangible, cool resistance. The vapor recoils, not like gas, but like a living thing, twisting into cerulean threads before dissolving. It's evading you, Leela notes, tracking the shimmer. I stop. It's not evading, it's predicting. I adjust my stance, shifting my weight to match the cliff's pulse. I don't use brute force. I sweep the sieve in a gentle, rhythmic arc, coaxing the vapor rather than trapping it. For a moment, it hesitates. It pulses, glowing brighter, then seems to accept the intrusion. I pull back, but the vapor slips through the mesh, vanishing into the darkness. I sigh, my shoulders slumping. Missed, I whisper. Leela steps up, placing a hand on my shoulder. You're trying to control it, Abe. Try to invite it. I look at her, surprised by the insight. She's right, I've been too aggressive. I take a deep breath, recalibrating my focus. The hunt isn't about victory. It's about harmony. I raise the sieve again, ready to try a different approach. I extend the ceramic ladle toward a shimmering pocket of ozone vapor. The air is tense, humming with potential. As the rim kisses the vapor, the world folds inward. There is no sound, only a sudden crushing vacuum. A concussive force slams into me, knocking the wind from my chest. My ladle, a moment ago solid in my hand, disintegrates into sparkling dust, absorbed by the void. I stumble backward, gasping for air as the pressure stabilizes. The vapor pocket is now smaller, pulsing with a defensive, angry light. Abe, are you okay? Leela rushes over, scanning me for injuries. I'm fine, I wheeze, staring at my empty grip. My equipment is destroyed, and the ingredient remains just out of reach. We need a new plan, Leela says, her voice urgent. I shake my head, adrenaline fading into cold, sharp clarity. I was too fast. The ozone isn't just a gas, it's a boundary. I have to respect the barrier. I wipe the dust from my hands. Failure is a lesson, and I just learned a painful one. We regroup, my focus now refined by the sting of loss. The implosion ripples across the cavern. Fungi on the walls shrink, recoiling from the disturbance. Beneath my boots, the cliffs emit a resonant hum, a deep, organic vibration that I can feel in my teeth. I shut my eyes, blocking out Leela's concerned whispering. I need to be silent. I need to be part of this place. I push against the lingering fear, seeking the fundamental resonance of the cliff. Abe, what are you doing? Leela asks. Synchronizing, I murmur. Every ingredient has a rhythm. I just have to listen. I take a deep breath. I let my muscles go slack, then move, each step a note in the cliff song. My movements are no longer my own. They are an extension of the environment. I'm not hunting the vapor anymore. I'm moving with it. I feel a subtle pull, a magnetic tug from the shimmering air. I open my eyes. The vapor is no longer fleeing. It's swirling around me, curious. I move my hand, and it follows. A gentle dance of light and intent. This is it. I found the rhythm. I'm no longer an intruder. I'm a participant. Leela lets out a slow breath, lowering her scanner. I was starting to think this place had already beaten us. I grin, not while dinner's still waiting. I move with a dancer's grace. The rhythmic flow of the cliffs guides my hand. I hold a linen handkerchief over a wooden hoop, a delicate net against the volatile air. I sweep it, not like a tool, but like a conductor. The vapor swirls, drawn to the fabric's electrostatic charge. A crackle of energy sparks nearby, a violent discharge that would have hit me seconds ago. I pivot, a blur of motion, maintaining the rhythm. "Abe, now!" Leela calls out. The iridescent mist gathers in the center of the hoop, a pure, potent concentration. I guide it over my glass vial, the vacuum pulling the particles inward with a soft hiss. The vial glows, a self-contained star. I have it, I breathe, closing the vial. The scent, a paradoxical mix of fresh cleanliness and raw power, fills my senses. I feel a transformative shift. The air around us calms, the aggressive pulse softening. I've done it. I hold the ingredient for the Scent of Optimism. It's heavy with potential, and for the first time, I know exactly what I'm holding. Success. A blue flame flickers beneath my portable still. The air crackles, the vapor inside the vial resisting the change in pressure. "Unstable," Leela reports, watching the console. I ignore the blinking red lights. My hands are steady. Each drop condensing in the copper tube feels like a heartbeat. I'm not just distilling, I'm whispering, coaxing the essence into a usable form. I lean in, a silent hunter. The fear is gone, replaced by an intense, primal focus. I'm not forcing the process, I'm guiding it. The vapor transforms, shifting from an angry, volatile gas into a single, pale, shimmering tear. It drips into the base of the still, radiating a quiet, contained power. "It's stable," I say, my voice steady. The hum of the cliffs outside changes, deepening into a low, approving resonance. I've mastered the ingredient's nature, and in doing so, I've mastered a piece of myself. I lift the still, the liquid glowing with a promise of success. I've distilled more than a recipe. I've distilled a new, quiet confidence. I lift the pipette, a single drop of the Scent of Optimism. I press it to my tongue. Cold, then searing heat floods my mind. My vision blurs, the cliffs melting into gray and purple hues. Then, a sharp, blinding clarity snaps into place. I don't just see the world, I perceive its structure. Every rock, every wind current, every particle of the atmosphere glows with an electric, vibrant energy. The world is a complex, living symphony of force fields. I look at Leela. She is surrounded by a steady, golden aura of purpose. I look at the sky, where the portal once was. It's gone, but I see the faint, dissipating signature of its energy. "Abe, you okay?" she asks. "I see it," I whisper, looking at the intricate, pulsing design of reality. Everything is connected. A calm, unwavering confidence settles in my chest. I know the next step. I know the next recipe. As I watch, the portal's signature suddenly flares. A new, jagged line of energy cutting through the air. A signal only I can see. The hunt isn't over. It's just beginning. that's a wrap for this world. If you want to keep exploring the multiverse with me and see what ingredients we hunt next, hit that subscribe button and join the crew. The next portal opens soon. Don't get left behind. See ya!